Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bernie Briefs. I'm your host, Class. This is my co-host,
Mr. J.
And we at it again, guys.
And we would like to remind you, if you enjoyed this video, we would like you to go in the section below and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. And on today, we're going to talk about 3 movies that came out not too long ago during the summer. Moving on from this one, we still have 2 other movies we want to talk about.
Yes.
And the second one we want to talk about is Suicide Squad, the one that just came out.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad, by the way.
We're going to go back and forth on this one for a little bit.
Yeah. We are, because he has mixed feelings about it. He doesn't like it
have mixed
as much.
I
didn't like it as much, I said.
Okay.
However, I thought it was freaking great.
I thought it was a good movie. Did I think it was like, oh my god, it was amazing? No, I didn't. You know, I was...
But compared to the other DC movies that are out there, compared to the first Suicide Squad,
it was way better.
Yeah.
It was way better than the first one.
That one sucked, I'm sorry. A little bit.
And it was way better than a lot of the movies DC has put out. The problem is it was the same formula, almost, as the original Suicide Squad. You know, you gotta have this dude, he's in jail, he's former military, he has an estranged relationship with his daughter. The one thing they changed was, okay, Deadshot, his daughter loved him. This one is a little different, as we've all known. Fuck you!
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, sorry. But, yeah, no, there's that.
What's a rated R movie? You kids shouldn't be watching it.
Definitely. Watch your mouth, kids.
Yeah.
Stay away from drugs and bad things. And don't run with scissors. And don't play with fire.
And don't watch Suicide Squad without a guardian.
Definitely, yeah. Don't do that.
You said it had the same formula. I agree. It did. I mean, why?
I thought it was over like twice. But that's just me. It's not really a knock, but it's not a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's a little mixed.
It was a good movie. It had its moments. But it was the same thing.
Yeah, in some essence, I agree. But I think it was done better.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's hard for me to really go into this without spoiling a bunch of it, because I could say more about it, but it's like, then I'm ruining for you.
No, I mean, look, yeah, there is something, I will admit that there's something in the movie that the trailer is very deceitful about.
Yes.
And I want you guys to understand, just brace yourself for that.
Something happens in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. And it kind of makes you feel a little bit like, what was the point?
Yeah.
You will know what we mean when you watch the movie. If you're like a comic book fanatic and you know the characters and you're excited about certain things,
I wouldn't even say that. I would really just say, if you've been watching the trailers
that's true.
And the marketing, and if you've seen any type of advertisement for this movie, you will understand what I mean when you've seen the first few minutes.
Yeah, because it was very, very... I will say that's kind of this point. And in some essence, I was like, oh, well, this is cool, because it means like the trailer is just misleading you. Cool, because I don't want it to give you everything. I want it to give me something. But it really does mislead in that essence. And it's kind of like, at that time, you're just like, but why? Why go so far into giving us the biggest lie in the world just so we can see your movie? I'm going to watch your movie. Why? Because it's James Gunn. Have you seen him do Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's why I watched
it. He did, Guardians of the Galaxy was nobody. They were nobodies when you heard about them. People were like, what? When I heard about them, I was like, what? Guardians of the Galaxy? What the hell is that?
They were well known in the comic.
Yeah, people know them from the comic realm.
But it's like, you had to be like deep diving into that comic book, man.
To understand what's going on with that. And James Gunn
recognized it, and he brought it to life.
He
did a very good job. Yep. You know, not everybody was amazed with it. I liked it. I'm not saying me, but there's a huge difference between comic book Peter Quill and Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they want to give more of a kooky, more funnier Star-Lord. When he's more, in my essence, when I saw him in the comic realm, he was more... He's more
serious.
Yeah, he's more serious. He's more of a leader. Much not goofy, but...
He's definitely like... He's militant. Like, he's just like, no fooling around.
Yeah.
There is the mission, and there is only the mission.
Yeah, exactly. So, for Suicide Squad,
they mislead you drastically.
Yeah, they do mislead you. And in the movie itself, though, but all in all, it's a great movie to watch.
It's fun.
It's one of the. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys can argue all you want about this, but I'm gonna argue this: DC comic movies, not the animated series movie or animated movies. Okay, don't get it twisted. Those are pretty damn top notch ones.
Those don't
Even the series of DC shows that are out, they're pretty dope. Doom Patrol, you got Titans. There's a lot of great shows. But as far as DC movies, if you put them all in the row, let's think about it for a second. It's one of the best ones out there. You think about Man of Steel. Man of Steel was okay. Superman versus Batman, Dawn of Justice was just awful. Wonder Woman held its own in its own way. People liked it. 1984, we have some mixed feelings about it. But there's a lot of things about that this movie kind of brought DC back to the step. Like Aquaman was there, but I think Suicide Squad really brought them back to now we can start making movies again, like good movies, not like the one movies that we've just been bringing out so far that have been kind of here and there. This was I think it held its own.
This was one of the few movies that DC has, in my opinion, to where you can sit there and be like, this was good.
Yeah, I could watch this again.
Yeah.
And it was, all in all, the characters were fun. You got to see some great characters come back, but only a handful of them, which was literally kind of disappointing in my book. Yeah. I really would have preferred if they would have added a few of the other characters from the old one, so that way it could have connected, except they didn't do that. They kind of just decided to do a few little twists in the movie that I'm not going to mention, but I'll just say...
We can't really say.
Yeah, it's not... Let's just say it will make you feel a certain way about it.
Yeah.
All in all, what do you give it as a rate, like from 1 to 10? Like, did you think about the movie?
I can give it like an 8.
Yeah, okay. I have to give it a... I'm just gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm crazy about it. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, "Come on, bro, why?" Well,
you're reaching a little bit.
I love the comedy in it. I loved Harley Quinn's opportunity to shine in the movie a little more than she got.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
You are Harley Quinn. You
did a really good job. You stepped it up in this one. I think.
I love everything you do as long as it's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
You can do no wrong.
Yeah, and then
I'm just kidding. I love everything you do.
Then there's Bloodsport and everybody else in there. It's a fun movie, great story.
John Cena was actually pretty fun.
John Cena was awesome as Peacemaker. And on top of that,
it's not a toilet.
I'm going to tell you
it's a beacon of freedom.
I'm going to tell you right now. The movie itself, it starts already not giving you like a boring beginning. It gives you a start from the to the middle to the end. It was nonstop, like intriguing. It wasn't like, oh, it's slowing down.
The beginning
it's getting lame.
It's pretty much just going to go back to the thing we had mentioned before, but we can't really mention.
But they really go for the sparks in the beginning.
Yeah,
that's what we can say. Yeah, they really go all out for the beginning and the sparks in the beginning, so that way they get you ready for that.
The beginning just kind of confuses you. You're just like, what's going? But
yeah. Then what? But okay.
But then who's what? But if what's happening? Yeah.
All right. So
we do a lot of that.
All in all, we say Suicide Squad. It held its own in its own way. James Gunn did a great job. I can't wait to see him probably go back again. Maybe he'll do it again, and maybe he'll work for Marvel. He's already working for Marvel again for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But as far as Suicide Squad, let's see if he'll come back. All right, guys. So we're gonna leave it at that. If you guys like this, you know what you guys can do. All right. Catch you guys later. Peace.